been watching you for so long. Hey, Facebook. She's on Zoom on my laptop, but with technology, I'm using my iPhone to get her on Facebook Live. We got Maria Delgado here. Hi, Maria.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. You're an LA-based comic. I know you're in California.
I am. Yes, I'm in LA. I actually live in Valencia, California, but yes, LA based.
Oh, Valencia is known for its oranges, or am I nuts?
Now that's what it was named after, the Valencia orange. So you're correct.
Oh, good. Phew.
I think you're the only one that referenced the orange. Everybody else always talks about, oh, isn't that where Magic Mountain is?
I would never, ever have known that. I'm a boomer, you know, like I remember Anita Bryant doing orange commercials. Do you remember orange juice commercials with Anita Bryant?
Yes.
Did she ever do them in your neighborhood?
Wow. Yes.
So, talk to me about you as a human being early in life. Where'd you start? Where were you born, raised? How'd you get into comedy?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I was born in TJ in Tijuana, Mexico.
Woo!
Yeah, right.
Love it.
And I actually am one of those people that came over here illegally. Yeah, so my parents actually split us up. It was myself and my two siblings, and so my parents went and crossed the river with my sister, and they gave my brother, my newborn brother, they gave him and myself to a couple of men, coyotes.
Oh my gosh.
And they drove us across the border. So I always joke that I was Ubered over here.
Did you get to pair back up together as a family when you got here?
Yes, and you know, when I think back, I'm like, that is so scary and so amazing of them to trust people so much to actually give, their children away like that and trust them to take them across and give them back to you.
So courageous.
So, yeah, it's I don't think I could do that.
What age were you when you came here?
I think I was like 4 years old. My sister was 3, and like I said, my middle brother. Because I have two brothers, but my middle brother was newborn, literally. He was a month or so old, and then when we have another sibling who was born here, so likes to show that off. No? But yeah, we all got became legal and what have you. So we have a social security card legally. We pay taxes.
Oh my gosh.
We're upstanding members of society, so don't deport me.
My parents came over after Hitler, and they had to borrow $1 from somebody. It cost $1 to get off the boat. My dad borrowed $1 from a stranger and never paid him back. So I think I'm illegally immigrated. If you want to get right down to it.
Oh my God. I mean, we're all not from here. Like we're
Thank
all
you.
immigrants. So that's why I understand the whole, doing it right or whatever. You just never know what's the situation that people can't do it correctly. So
exactly.
But I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that those coyotes drove me across and gave me back to my parents.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So then you went to grade school and high school in America?
I've been going to school here. Yeah. So I remember going to kindergarten and I did not speak a lick of English.
Wow.
I remember being scared and being like, what are they saying? And when you're a kid, you pick it up real quick.
Yes.
So I learned fairly quickly. I grew up in East LA first.
What?
Yes, and I can't remember the name of the streets that I lived off of, but I lived in little projects in East LA. And then, of course, made a lateral move and moved to Watts.
What in the world? Wow.
When I was 12, my parents Watts. And that's where I grew up. I grew up in Watts.
Wow. Were you, I don't recall the year of the Watts riots. Were you there during them?
My parents still live there to this day.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember them. I was not living at home at the time. I was living in Lawndale, but I was working downtown LA. And I remember, and I tell my husband that I remember the day it happened, because I was driving home from work on Figueroa Street, going south on Figueroa, and I just remember seeing all these people behind me, and I'm driving my car, and I'm like, why are all these people coming out in the street? And I just like, what's going on? Why are they all walking on the street? And then it wasn't until I got further down, actually till I got home, because I don't listen to the radio, like the news. When you're a kid, you're like, I don't want to listen to.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I got home that they were like, were you in the middle of all that? And I go, well, I saw all these people. So had I been maybe 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
I probably would have been one of those people that had their car, like, people on the street were throwing rocks and bottles at people's cars.
Yes.
So I would have been in the middle of all that, but luckily, thankfully, I wasn't. But I do remember that it was weird. It was weird to visit my parents because the National Guard was there by that time, and they would stop you, and they have full on everything, I don't know what kind of guns, rifles, whatever they are, but
Yeah.
it's scary, to tell them where you're going, and it just felt very surreal. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So then you went on, did you go on to college, or when did you get into comedy, and why? What made you decide that field?
I think I come from my family, they're very sarcastic.
Oh, good.
They tease you about everything. Did I go on to college? I'm trying to think. I went to the Fashion Institute of Design for interior design. I didn't finish school, and I just dropped out.
Me too.
I was just working. I didn't care about school. I was like, whatever, who cares? And then I just worked and got married young, 22. But I remember go back a little bit. I remember going to Comedy Central, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy Central used to have all these little, no, it was Comedy Central, I can't remember. Primarily these black comedian shows, and my girlfriend would take me to them. And I just remember falling in love with it, and it was just so hilarious. I think I remember seeing Earthquake. I think he was one of them.
Yes.
I don't think it was Comedy Central. I can't, anyway, so Comedy Jam, or I can't remember.
Def Comedy Jam.
Something like that. So I would go to those a lot, and then never really thought about doing it myself because I was very super shy. I'm like, no, I could never do that, whatever. So didn't go to school for a while. Worked, got married young, 22. Had my first, had 2 kids. So by the time I was 30, I was divorced, and that's when I moved to Valencia area up here. Still working, trying to just raise my kids. I didn't get into comedy. This is where I got into comedy. So I bought a car, a Honda. I think I bought like 4 Hondas. I'm a loyal Honda person. So, but I bought a Honda that had satellite radio in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I discovered the comedy channels on there and all these different comedians. And I listened to comedy on my commute back and forth for 6 or 7 years. Still did not think of going into comedy. So it took a while. So maybe a few years went by, just living your life, taking care of kids, doing this and that. Got in a relationship that didn't work out. And I had moved away from Valencia. I came back to Valencia, and there was an open mic, a talent show at the local community college here in town, College of the Canyons. And one of my coworkers told me about it. I entered. I was terrified. 200 people in the audience, which was a lot.
Wow.
Your first time ever in your uncomfortable. I got through it, but it was very scary. You could see my hand shaking, microphone, and I went over my time. They cut off my microphone, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. So, scary experience, but at the same time, it was this awesome rush. And I think I skipped something. I met a woman at a party, one of my friends' birthday parties, and long story short, this woman was really, I thought she was hitting on me. Because she was just like, I want to be your friend, give me your card, give me your number, let's Facebook. So she's on my Facebook. And I'm not going to say her name, but she's on my Facebook. And she never told me what she did for a living or her connections to anything, but she just kept saying, if you want to do things, you should really do what you want to do. And I think you're really funny. And I'm like, why is she telling me that? Like, I just met at a party. I wasn't doing jokes or anything. I was just hanging around. And later on, my friend who had invited me to his party, he said, did she tell you what she does? Did she tell you who she is? And I said, no, I don't know. No. So it turns out she is Paul Mooney's agent.
What?
Yeah. And so I'm like, well, good. She wasn't hitting on me. Not that that's a bad thing. She's a great lady, but it's like I like men. So, yeah, she's Paul Mooney's agent, and of course,
wow.
There's so many amazing stories about him, about Richard Pryor. She used to also manage. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name. Big Lips. She used to have a Madonna. I can't think of her name right now.
Rosie O'Donnell? No.
Not Rosie O'Donnell.
Paula Poundstone?
What's that?
Paula Poundstone?
No. Why? I don't understand why I'm drawing a blank right now. But another comedian as well. Jesus, I want to look it up, but I don't want to take up the time.
No problem.
Yeah. So this woman basically, she said, I see your posts, because I'm always, we all do, right? We all post funny things. We want to make each other laugh, and so, and nothing to do with comedy. It was just your friends. And she says, I think you should try to do comedy, and I think you can do this, and you just obviously have to put in the work. And so she's the reason why I even went and did that open mic at the college, and then from there started doing stuff wherever I could, and then had a couple of rooms here and there. Here in LA, I had 2 here in Valencia, one in Westlake Village, actually 3 in Valencia, 1 in Westlake Village. So
wow.
It's fun. It's just, these are very conservative towns. So it's not, you don't get the same support, I don't think, that you would.
Like in LA?
Yeah, I mean, LA's a little bit more open. I could do my anal sex joke in at the Comedy Store, and they love it, and I do it here, and people just, cringe, so, it's obviously it's learning your audience, and sometimes I didn't think about those things, so they're like, oh, you can't come back here anymore. You can't come back here anymore, or they'll tell you, I don't like you, or whatever, or I've had people flip me off right after the show, like literally to my face, like.
Wow,
yeah.
That's incredible.
It's
What?
still fun. It's still fun. I still love it. I think it's hilarious.
I do comedy at VA hospitals and at veteran stand-downs, and I literally was told that I could not tell jokes on the VA hospital grounds in Vancouver, Washington, because my jokes were about my life.
Oh.
It's like, I don't think you guys have been watching comedy lately, and that's a joke in itself.
Right. I think it's so, yeah, it's getting worse. It's for us current comics to try something new. Even racial jokes. I mean, I still think, I mean, not that I love telling racial jokes, but sometimes you do notice there's just differences that are between us, you know.
Yes.
So, like, you know, I'm married. Once in a while, like I'll joke around, like if I see him outside and he's mowing the lawn, you know, and I'm like, wow, my gardener's white. You know? So we just laugh. I mean, it's not, obviously he knows I love him and I don't care about color, but
Yes.
when you notice it and you find that funny in that joke, in what I said to him, it's like we both could laugh at it.
Yes. When I go on stage in a room where I feel like everybody's sphincters are tight, I'll take the mic and I'll say, you know, everything has to be 100% politically correct for you, right? And it gets quiet and I go, so good night.
That's exactly, you just can't say anything.
No, it's ridiculous. Yeah. I like it when comics know that the room is tight and they push way past it. And like I've seen a few comics make fun of the audience, like Adam Hunter, Jimmy Schubert, when the crowd is tight, and they'll just lay into them and won't back down, and they finally get those tight sphincters to open up.
Now let me ask you: are they doing that in a comedy place? Like
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Which is bizarre. It's bizarre to me. It's like you're in a comedy club and
Yeah.
you're coming in like that. That's crazy. Why are you even here?
Thank you. Well, I come from Portland, Oregon, and it's so politically correct, and the people are very passive aggressive. So what they're doing is they're playing a really mean game of make me laugh.
Yes.
It's horrible
I've been
there.
too.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I didn't do comedy, but I mean, I've seen I've been around the people. They do it not just in the comedy clubs, but they do it in
Real life.
in real life. It's almost like going to the South and getting some cute little Southern lady insulting you.
Yes.
Bless her little heart. It's like, oh, okay, sure.
We all know what that means.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how has this pandemic made you a better wife, mother, comic, human? Have you had any impact reflecting on where you've been and where you'd like to go in your life?
Well, I'd like to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. You know, I'm trying to take advantage of this time that I have at home to really work on my insurance business. I think what I'd like to do is be able to do that full time, and then have that be my primary source of income, so that I can free up my time, so that I can do comedy more often. Right now, obviously, and plus I have a family, so
Yes.
I have to kind of balance everything out. I think I do a pretty good job. I only do, my husband goes with me to comedy shows whenever I go, and if he has his kids, he won't be able to go, but I try to do it when he's able, and so we can do things together, and it helps, makes me feel safer too. So.
Totally. Oh, tell me about it. So you have a blended family.
I do. So my kids are grown. My kids are 20. My daughter's 21. My son is 19. So I don't have to worry about them, with like schoolwork right now or anything like that. And then my stepsons are 11 and 8. So,
Got it.
Yeah, they're still little, which is actually kind of nice. I miss like baking cakes for kids, or like, cookies or little fun things that they get all excited about. My kids don't get excited about that stuff anymore, so it's kind of fun.
That's wonderful. So, I don't know. I like asking this question. If you had $1 million and they said the pandemic is over, and you could go do something for somebody else with $1 million, maybe somebody that's been suffering greatly, and also tell them comedy jokes, where would you go And why would it be there to those people? Like, some people have said their high school or a favorite destination, a vacation destination where the people were friendly. What would you do if you had $1 million, money was and time was on your side, and you want to go bless one certain group of people? Who would it be?
When you were asking the question, I was already in my head thinking of the answer. Honestly, the homeless people.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think, especially now we're taking care of them a little bit better with this whole pandemic. And I'm like, if we can do that now with pandemic, we can find ways. Then why could we not find ways before?
Thank you.
So I do think of that. I actually have a friend, comedy friend, who is homeless or was homeless or is on and off, and so whenever I think I helped him once. I don't have, put him in a hotel and whatever, and gave him food, and it breaks my heart, and I wish I could do more. And if you could, I don't know, buy an old building or something that no one's using, and all these empty apartments or whatever they are, and just put them in there, make people figure out how to make it work where we can generate money or something. I don't know.
Thank you. That would be so amazing to do something about that.
Absolutely.
My dad came here from, Hitler's era, came to America, to Portland, Oregon, and they were treating the homeless and the hookers. I don't know what it is with H&H in Portland. They were treating them so badly. My dad would go down to the courthouse and fight with City Hall how they're treating the homeless and ladies of the night incorrectly. And he tried to he would go to a grocery store, see a homeless person. He would get into their business and into their lives, and little by little, as he could trust them, give them a little more money. One homeless guy went from standing on the street to having like a podium, and then he had a great big podium, and pretty soon he had clothes, and then he had a house, and he slowly went from homeless to not homeless anymore.
Yeah.
And one person can affect a life. We don't have to have $1 million to do that. We can just go tell homeless people that there is another choice, without judging them.
You could pour in a little bit of help to someone, and it does so much for their self-esteem and confidence. I wasn't necessarily homeless, but I was in a relationship that was abusive, and I left that relationship. I had no money, I had nowhere to go, I had no job because I had worked from home with him, and my girlfriend wouldn't let me sleep in her house, myself and my kids. But during the day, I would take my kids to school, and then I would hang out in my car during the day because I wasn't allowed to be in her house because the landlord lived on site, and they're like, how they are, like, if they see that you're there, oh, she lives here now, you gotta pay rent. So it was tough to do that. So, and then I slept at another girlfriend's house for 7 months. I slept on the floor at her house. My kids got to sleep in her spare room, and my daughter slept with her daughter. They were best friends, so they slept together. But I was on the floor in the living room with this cat, this annoying cat that would just, in the middle of the night, every single night, would just, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it would throw up. It would throw up with fur balls, right? And so you'd hear it hacking.
Oh my God.
So I did that for 7 months. Granted, I had a roof over my head, so I was very grateful. I had, food. I had a friend. My kids were safe. I still had my car. The only income I had was child support, and that was paying for my car note, and that's all I could pay for. And it took me 7 months to find a job and get back on my feet, and I will be forever grateful. And I think that's, what people need is just a hand.
Yes.
That show them you care, and I donate clothing. I donate whatever I can to the local shelters lives here in town. And we also, as a company where I work, we adopt family, that's not as wealthy or what have you, and we give them a great Christmas. And so it's those kinds of things, that you should.
I love
we should all
it.
do. We should all do.
If every one of us would find some kind of cause to make the world better, not just homeless, man, just think of all, the healing. I wish people would quit judging each other. I hate it when someone says to a homeless person, go get a job, because they've obviously never realized how hard it is to going from being homeless to getting a job. I went through it, and I know.
You can't get one without an address. You can't, and if I remember going to interviews when I was feeling down the way I was feeling, and I was feeling desperate, and sitting there trying to get a job, and you could tell that they're looking at you like something's off about this person, and I'm like, I just, and you don't, it's hard.
It is horrible.
You carry yourself very differently when you're in a dire situation, and all people need is a helping hand, and that's it. And I believe in you, and here's a place to sleep so you can, sleep well and not be scared and not be cold. So yeah.
Absolutely. I would like to see more people be like you, where you're looking for opportunities to give a hand up, not a hand out, And so I
also work with that you were bringing up. I'm sorry to cut you off. You were bringing up this that you work with the VA a lot. So I also volunteer. I forgot this. I also volunteer for an organization called Vital Warrior, and they it's founded by a Navy SEAL.
Wow.
And he basically offers veterans the services that his org offers, and it's all non-drug modalities, methods of hopefully getting rid of, but dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Awesome.
With like yoga or deprivation tanks or all these different ways that you can do instead of taking drugs. So
wonderful.
Maybe if you want to hear about that, I'll tell you about that later on.
I definitely do. I have PTSD from the men. I was in the Army, and I got it from the men in the military.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I would love to be connected to somebody who has different I'm doing dialectical behavioral therapy, which is a great way to switch the channels when you're having a bad day, kind of thing. So yes, thank you for turning me on to that. And you work with that organization too?
I do all of their merchandising. So whenever they need a replenish T-shirts, or I need some business cards, or I need whatever. So it's more of the administrative stuff that I do. So but I've done the yoga with Mikhail is his name. I've done the yoga classes. Of course, you can't do them in person anymore, but they do have a channel that you can tune into. So if you're interested, like I said, I'll give you the website, and then you can check it out.
Yes, please. So is there any...
It's funny.
Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, you brought up the Army thing. I actually, when I was junior ROTC Army, 2 years in high school, and then when I was at the Fashion Institute of Design, and I didn't finish, I had signed up for the Army, and I was supposed to go, and I guess you can't really go until you finish school, because I was on a government grant or whatever.
Oh.
So you have to complete one government, program before you can enter another. So by the end of the year, I decided I didn't want to go after all. I just didn't like what my recruiter was telling me. He's like, "Oh, you're not going to have to do anything the way you look. You can just drive the general around." And I'm like, "Well, I don't want to do that." And
right.
And I wanted to go. I wanted to go airborne back then, and they didn't let women do that.
Nope.
Nope. So
Yes.
I didn't end up going. So yeah, but I think about that sometimes, especially when somebody brings it up. I'm like, oh, that's right. I did sign up for the army. So
I went in there in in 73, and I went to Germany, and I had a lieutenant. Can I tell you a quick story about it real fast?
of course.
So I have a lieutenant, and every time I was the only one woman among 2,000 men, Maria. And, and so every time I walked into the lieutenant's office, he was talking to the guys. That he'd look at me and change the subject and say, they call me the 60-minute man. And the guys would laugh, and I put up with it twice. And I'm a 2 strikes, you're out kind of thing. So I let him go twice, and the next time he said it, I was laying for him. And so he goes, they call me the 60-minute man. And I said, what, to get it up? And it got too big of a laugh, You don't want to get that big of a laugh.
No, you don't. It's too bad that's, what happened to you. And to women, it happens a lot. To all of us. I worked in a clothing store for men. I was the only girl, and the guys were pretty just gross, you know. And I did. I felt like I had to be tough in there with them and come back at them too. And like it's a lot of work. It's like I don't really want to talk to you like that, But if you're gonna get in my face or say gross things to me, I'm not going to let you get the better of me, and I'm going to let you have exactly what you're dishing out to me as well. So.
Same here. I never said fuck off so many times in my life.
Yeah. So, and then you just, sell more than they do because you're a girl and they're not. And so they're like, you know what, that's all I care about. So.
Yes. So I was wondering, where would you like people to follow you so we can help you with your social media numbers?
I still haven't done my website. I guess I should do it now that I've got all this time.
Yeah.
But people can follow me. Shoot, I have a fan page.
Okay.
Because my personal page, I think I only have room for like 6 more right now.
Okay.
It's not because I'm so popular, but because I friend everybody,
Me too. I've got musicians. Don't ask me why. I don't even like jazz. I got jazz musicians.
Yeah. I got people on there. I'm like, why am I friends with you? But sometimes they offer. I don't know the exact. It's still my name, but I have to find it. I know I should be sharing it on here, but if you go on to my Facebook.
I'll go on and find it, and if I don't, I'll ask you to help me, and I'll add it to the post, and if I type anything incorrectly, please tell me publicly or privately. I don't care that, hey, you messed up, change that. I'll do it for you. And if I do that for you, will you share this Will you share this video with your people for me?
I will share it on my page. I will actually put it, follow you on YouTube. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, thank you, man.
I think what you're doing is awesome.
Thank you.
We get to know each other. We get to know all these other comics. So thank you for doing that. I was watching Anne. She's so cute.
Isn't she a doll?
Yes, she is.
Freaking love her.
But I can't do videos like Anne does, because Anne's like, oh, look at my boobs. And I'm like, oh, not me. I don't want you to look at mine.
You need a wide angle lens for mine. They're like down on the floor.
Kids, I don't want you to look at mine.
I told her one day I have 2 little fans in the house, and I took a picture of them and sent it to her, and I said, these are my OnlyFans, because she's on that OnlyFans page.
I get it. Yeah.
I can't do it, but hats off to her. She's
adorable. She's a sweet girl. I think I did have her on I don't think I did. I had her on one of my shows once. So it was nice of her to come out and do the show. And then of course, you friend each other and follow each other. And she's very sweet. She's very cute.
Very.
And I just think, more power to you. You can do, your cutesy thing. I'm like, oh God, I can't do that.
I can't do it, but I'm not going to judge her because,
No.
You
I
do.
threw all my thumbs away. I'm like, I'm not even going to try to do that.
Okay, well, I'll get going, and you've been so gracious to let me interview you, and you're a doll, and you're a great human too, and it warms my heart to know there's people out there. I'm so fortunate to get to know you beyond the Facebook stuff.
Same here, Linda. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Thank you. See you later. I love you a lot.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Love you too.
Okay, bye.